Sometimes it can be hard to stop holding on to something. Actually, some people might not even be able to do it without the necessary tools. If we don't have knowledge or learn how to deal with certain things, we might end up being stuck with people who hurt us, experiences that make us sad, thoughts that keep us from progressing, or fears that prevent us from becoming the person we want to be. Stoicism has some timeless and practical advice for exactly this purpose. How can we use Stoic philosophy to learn how to let go? The Stoic dichotomy of control. Epictetus's lectures were written down, and they say we have control over our own thoughts, feelings, and actions. We should focus on what we can control and not worry about what we cannot control. External things, like money and fame, should not be our main focus in life. We should accept and embrace whatever happens to us, both good and bad. We should live a virtuous and moral life, being honest, just, and kind to others. We should not get upset or frustrated by things that are outside of our control. We should be patient and understanding with ourselves and others. There are some things we can control and some things we cannot control. We have control over things like our thoughts, decisions, wants, and dislikes. These are things we choose to do. We don't have control over things like our body, possessions, how people see us, our job, or anything that we didn't do ourselves. When we want to stop holding on to something, there are a few choices we can make. We might want life to be different and not go through changes or loss. We might want to keep our job, stay in the same house, or avoid other events that make it hard to move forward in life. Or we can try to see the world in a fair and unbiased way. Embrace the fact that we are in a different situation now. Understand that many things around us are not in our control. Take responsibility for our actions and thoughts and keep moving ahead. I want to say that letting go doesn't mean ignoring our feelings. It means understanding that we can feel emotions, but we don't have to let them control us. We can choose our own direction, and we are responsible for the things we do. In the book, Man's Search for Meaning, Viktor Frankl said that even though you can't control what happens to you in life, you always have control over how you feel and what you do about it. Reframing your perspective. Epictetus's lecture notes reveal this information. There are some things we can control and some things we cannot control. We can control our thoughts, decisions, wants, and dislikes, and basically everything that we do on purpose. However, we cannot control our body, belongings, how people see us, our job, or anything that we didn't choose or create. When we want to stop holding on to something, we have a few choices. We might want to wish that our life was different, and that we didn't have to go through changes or lose someone we love. We might also wish that we still had our job, never had to move houses, or anything else that could prevent us from moving forward. Or we can look at the world without personal biases or opinions. Embrace the new circumstances we are living in. Understand that many things around us are beyond our control. Take responsibility for our actions and thoughts, and keep progressing. I want to point out that letting go doesn't mean hiding or ignoring our feelings about something. It just means realizing that it's normal to feel emotions, but we don't have to let those emotions take over and make us think or act in a certain way. We can choose the direction we go in life, and we are responsible for the things we do. In his book, Man's Search for Meaning, Viktor Frankl wrote that although you cannot control what happens to you in life, you always have control over how you will feel and act in response to those things. cultivating gratitude. Next, we will talk about our ability to feel thankful. Gratitude is a belief that has strong connections in both Western and Eastern philosophy. It is used as a remedy when our mental well-being is affected by unexpected events, not getting what we desire or feeling envious of what others possess. The philosopher Epicurus said that we shouldn't waste what we already have by wanting things we don't have. He reminds us that what we have now used to be something we hoped for in the past. I think this quote reminds us that if we want and expect too much, we might miss out on the happiness that comes from appreciating the things we already have. It's okay to have goals, like wanting a new house, car, phone, or more clothes. It's about how we see things compared to what we already have. If we focus too much on what we don't have and not enough on appreciating and being grateful for what we do have, we might start feeling like we don't have enough. We might also become jealous of what other people have and start neglecting the things we already have. This means we'll miss out on enjoying the present, and instead, we'll always be thinking about the future and how happy we'll be when we finally get that new car. Seneca, a writer and philosopher, said that some people waste their days by constantly thinking about the night, and then they also waste their nights by being scared of the next day. If we appreciate what we have and are thankful for what we have, we will be happier in the present and not worry too much about the future. In relation to moving on, this could mean understanding that something is gone, but still being grateful for what we have. It might mean feeling fine with what you currently possess, even if you haven't let go of something you need to. This is because what you still have is sufficient. Epicurus also said that foolish people have lives without gratitude and filled with fears. They are constantly focused on the future. Practicing acceptance. Epictetus is saying that when you are happy about something, you should remember that it can be taken away from you, just like a broken earthen pot or glass cup. What you love is not really yours. It has been given to you temporarily and can be taken away at any time, like a fig or a bunch of grapes that are only available during a certain season. However, if you want these things during the winter season, you are not making a wise decision. If you want something for your son or friend, but you're not allowed to have it, it's like wishing for a fig in winter. This means that sometimes life gives you things and sometimes takes them away. We don't get to choose when these things happen. We can only choose how to enjoy them while they're here and understand that things will change in life. Marcus Aurelius feels the same way about change. He wrote in his book Meditation, "Are you scared of change? But how can anything exist without it? Get closer to nature's heart. Keep the firewood the way it is. Eat food without changing it." Is it possible for any important activity to occur without something else occurring as well? Do you not understand that things have been altered? Can't you notice? It's similar to how you are, and it's just as important for the environment. Accepting things that we are not happy with can help us feel better and overcome resistance. That could be losing your job, someone you love passing away, a breakup, our house catching fire, a broken leg, or anything else in between. No matter what kind of change is a normal part of the universe. It doesn't happen to us, but it happens all around us. It is not about you specifically. If we want to stay strong when faced with difficulties, we need to learn to accept and adapt to changes, take responsibility for how we react to them, and keep moving forward as much as we can.